Hey, what's going on, y'all? I want to cover some of these mistakes that I made recently, just so you know how to avoid them yourself and how to do better. And yeah, sometimes it helps me to document this for y'all, to document it for myself, and just talk it out loud and realize like some of these things are super annoying, and they don't have to be, and they're your fault, but at times it can feel like you're just mad at the buyer because they're nitpicking you. The sucky part about eBay is that people can nitpick you, and they can. And I'll give you an example. I listed this item, and in the title I said AT&T, and in the description I said AT&T. But somewhere in there's like a little thing, this box that you click on where you put like, is it used or is it for parts? Somewhere in there, it had already been pre-checked that it was network unlocked. And so the person, it's like they did mental gymnastics to jump hoops to like come up with a reason to try to do a return. And if he really wants to push the issue, he probably will get to actually do the return. The other thing is, I don't like, in the past you could call eBay and get all these calls and you could go back and forth with them and all that, and they would help you out, make things easy. They would shut down a buyer if they were being unreasonable. Now they kind of I think they did it completely away with that, to where you almost have to you have to message back and forth with them, to the point where I hadn't even messed with it. Like, I just, even if it is bad for me a little bit, I'll just go ahead and handle it with the buyer, which is really what they want. They do not like getting involved in your drama. If they have to, they will potentially take down your account after not very many instances. We're talking 3-strike rule kind of thing. What's up, Quentin? Yeah. Well, don't. Which part are you going through? I hadn't even barely got started, so I'm not sure which one I said that you were relating to. And so, yeah, they can nitpick you. I have a guy right now who wants to return a 12 Pro Max, or he wants $100 off because he says 2 of the camera lenses were replaced on this 12 Pro Max. I don't think they were, but it's like the black part around the camera is kind of scuffed a little bit, and he's like, you concealed the fact that you changed these and you blurred the photo so I couldn't notice that. I want $100 or I just want to return. And here's where he messed up. He threatened bad feedback. Now that he threatened bad feedback, I'll probably be able to contact eBay and just have them shut the situation down, because there's nothing wrong with the phone. It's a used phone with some wear and tear, and that's the deal. It's got some wear and tear, and the tear that he's talking about is 2 little minor spots. I almost should just post a photo for reference for you guys, just so you know, if you're not the kind of detail-oriented person like me, you can get, not in a bind, but you can get yourself in a situation where it's it's annoying, man. It's like a $600 sale, so he's tying up $600 of my money. I'm absolutely not going to give him $100 for 2 little minor scuffs. And even if I win this case could go on for 2 or 3 weeks. Or I can risk getting eBay involved and then losing that case, and then that's another strike against me. And I think I might have 1 against me right now. So a side point is really don't take for granted the tools that you have. Don't take for granted your Facebook account or your ad account. Don't take these risks that can get you banned off something that you sure as hell do not want to get banned from, because there's no backup eBay. I mean, yeah, I could probably start a new account and jump through hoops and maybe make that happen, but I do not want to have to do that. But also, I'm not going to give this guy $100, so I'm probably just going to, here's the other fork in the road. This guy is putting the heat on, he is absolutely correct. And he's willing to open up a case, which he did. No big deal, as long as we handle it ourselves. And he's got this case open. And my next move is okay, approve the return and pay for the label myself, which is $5, or make him pay. And then if I make him pay, I can already see it now, like he's going to string this thing along, right? And so these are the parts where you get mad for other people because the world ain't right. But I'm probably just going to pay that $6 to get him his label and just like, block him on eBay and just move on with my life, right? The ego move would be to like make him pay that $6.25 for the label, which is what I really want to do, man. It's what I really want to do. It's what should happen. And I should also charge a restock fee, right? But then I got to go to battle over what? $50, again, for not much. I'm making a lot more money with my eyes closed than dealing with this joker. So those are mistakes that I made. Other ones is like if you're selling Samsung phones, they get burn-ins a lot. And I miss them things sometimes. So I missed a burn-in. That's one of them. I straight up sent one guy an S21 Ultra when I sold him an S22 Ultra. So I got to go pick that one up right now. That one just got back. But the main thing that I've missed is like is not putting carriers to where people are asking me like a million questions. If you're gonna list a lot of phones, like you almost want to put the IMEI on there. Maybe y'all will have a different opinion, but if you don't, you have people blowing you up for the freaking IMEI left and right, and then the phone's not selling. The other option is don't put the IMEI and just lower the price a little bit each day until it sells. The right buyer's just going to pay the price, and they're cool with it. What else, man? The things I've done right, the things I've done right is I'm selling basically like grade D stock there. That goes over really well. Grade D iCloud lock stuff goes really well there. Crack back stuff does really well. The stuff where DBs are going to give you a massive hit for it, and eBay people are not. And then we're talking 13% fees, but even after those 13% fees, the price that stuff sells for is so high that it works out. The other thing I've been doing is if I have a buyer that has bought multiple items from me, I'll put my information in the package for that guy and have them and just say contact me. And so then they'll text me or they'll get me on Facebook, and then they'll just buy like PayPal invoice directly from me, and we'll both save those 10%. They'll follow my page, and then they'll just send me a screenshot. I'll have something for $230, and they'll say, "Hey, can I buy this right now for $200?" And I'm like, "Yes, absolutely, let's go." So I take that down. I don't have to deal with all kinds of random buyers. So I'm starting to build up like a buyer base from eBay to where I don't even have to use eBay. So I feel like I missed something here, but I know that what I've covered so far will help you if you're going down that road. Quentin said, "Oh, with the AT&T phone, yeah, with the carrier deal that I mentioned, too many returns. Yeah, there's returns are just a pain, and they tie your money up, and then you got to sell something twice instead of selling it once. But if you're making an extra $100 per phone that you're doing, that is just part of like what you're paying yourself to do, right? So making $100 extra on a phone to sell it on eBay doesn't even take you an hour. It probably takes you, let's say, 20 minutes. So is your time worth $300 an hour, aka $600,000 a year? My time is still worth, I can still fit that in my schedule. You know what I mean? And a lot of that too is like I'm even hiring people to do that for me. So it's not even like my time directly. All right, guys, I gotta pick this wrong phone up from the post office. So just don't be like me. Later.